everybody. Welcome to Dr. Cammy Goes Keto, where I talk about transitioning from a standard American diet to a ketogenic lifestyle. And I'm here with the lovely Nikki. We're doing our Motivation Monday, and I don't know when this is going to roll out, but it's not Monday. We actually do it now on Thursdays. But I like saying Motivation Monday.
Hey, everyone's gotten into the habit of listening to us on Monday, so we'll stick with it.
And so thank you for being here with us. And today we're going to be talking about higher frequency living and like trying to live your life at a higher vibrational frequency. So your body vibrates at a certain frequency. And I haven't done a lot of reading on it lately or understand completely what happens, but I know that the thoughts that you have and the influence how you vibrate. And if you're going to sit around and have negative, destructive thoughts about everything and be a Debbie Downer or sit on your pity pot and live your life like that, your frequencies are going to drop. And when you have higher frequencies, you try to live on a higher level of consciousness. And you think about things like, here, I have this list here. I'll show it to you real quick. You think about things like enlightenment or peace or joy or love. And you can see there that those are all higher frequencies up there at 700 plus, 600, 540, 500. Those are different hertz of frequencies that your body will actually vibrate at and put out into the world. So when you look so when you look at the lower ones, like shame is a 20, guilt is 30, apathy is 50, grief is 75, fear is down there pretty low at 100. And how many of us live in fear? A lot of the time. I mean, it's just, judging and criticizing and fear of being good enough and, comparing yourself to others and, just living kind of in that smaller world where as we get higher, we can expand our consciousness and, live in a higher frequency life. And so I try to do this and I can tell like when I'm vibrating at a higher frequency because I just feel good. I feel positive. I feel lighter. I feel happier. I feel more hopeful. I feel, those are the things that kind of come to mind when you're at this higher frequency and it's possible to get yourself to higher frequencies when you're finding that you're living at a lower frequency by just changing the thoughts and attitudes that you have about you.
Definitely. And I think that it's so easy to fall into the trap of letting the fear and the guilt and the shame and all the negative emotions get to you. And, just me personally, stress. Like, I have to remember when I drive into the driveway and I'm home, I need to let all that work stuff go. Like, leave the negativity, leave all my frustration. Sometimes I'm like gritting my teeth because I'm just like, "Argh," when I think about what went on in the day. I need to let that go. And then I need to step into the house and just be, the fun, happy mom that I know I want to be. Because if you carry that in, like it brings the whole frequency of the house down, right? Because then your child picks up on it, your husband picks up on it. If you have roommates or even if you live alone, you're now bringing that low vibration into your home and then your home's going to have that. It's like, no, I want my home to be happy vibration and I want all the good things to be there. So, and we can shift this pretty quickly, right? By just, positive reframing and being like, wait a minute, let me get out of this funk.
Yeah, I think you bring up such an important point, Nikki, about, kind of energetically organizing yourself and your thoughts before you go into your home and thinking about what is it that I want to be bringing into this home right now. And so much of us are on autopilot all the time, and we just don't even pause to think about that stuff and to think about how we could, use different words, like some of these higher frequency words are, like I mentioned, joy and love, but acceptance, willingness, courage, pride starts to drop a little bit. Pride 175, you got to watch your pride. But, I think having the courage to try to keep yourself up in your higher frequencies is really important to do too. And that adjustment that you can make. And it can be quick too, right? Sometimes
Mhm.
if you're at home and you're like, God, I'm in a really bad mood, you can just go into the bathroom, close the door, and while you're peeing, you can try to work on your, adjustment and be a different person when you leave that bathroom to try to represent a higher frequency in yourself and get that out into your home at the same time.
Definitely. And I think music can be something that changes your frequency. I mean, music itself is a frequency, but play your favorite song and, something that's upbeat or an artist that you really love. And all of a sudden, or they even say play the music from your high school because when you were in high school, that was like your coming of age and like your golden years. And a lot of people get a dopamine hit from playing music from when they were young. So that can
Uh-huh.
immediately take you back and make you feel like, "Oh, yeah," you know?
Excellent.
Yeah, so there's tons of ways you can do that, or just, like, even going outside and taking a walk and listening to the birds and, right now it's spring, look for different colored flowers and things like that. So there's a number of ways we can do it. It's just like anything, it's the doing, right?
Right, right. Or some other ideas might be like breathing, some breathing exercises, meditation, a quick 5-minute meditation. You don't have to go and meditate for 30 minutes. You can say, hey, I need some quiet time. I'm going to be in my room for 10 minutes. Just give me 10 minutes and breathe, meditate, quiet your mind, think about gratitude and all of the things that you're grateful for. Yeah, this list does not have gratitude on here, but I know that that's a higher frequency that you can live at and, kind of adjust yourself a little bit. And this can all help with our diet and our food, right? This can all help us be able to make better choices with our food and what we're eating or stick to a food plan if you have one.
Yes, definitely. Because, we talked about being frustrated, and frustration is understandable, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we're not staying in that frustration because then our vibration is low, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just have to stay positive, we're doing the right things, we're doing the work, we're showing up, and, we're chipping away at the marble.
Yeah. To make our David,
Uh-huh. To make our new us.
our new Cammy, our new Nikki.
Yep. Yep.
All right, everybody. Well, this is just kind of a short and sweet video talking about vibrational frequencies. And I'd love to have my sister on here as a guest. She is much more evolved than I am and much kind of works and lives at a higher frequency. And a lot of that is, she's done a lot of work on that. And I don't know that she would ever be willing to do that, but maybe someday in the future that would be
Yeah.
fun to do. But yeah, we'll address this after we do a little more research and a little more experience in it. We can have a longer talk on it. But I just wanted to throw it out there because I want people to go through their day today thinking about, hey, what frequency am I at? What's going on with my thoughts and my feelings in my head? What am I saying to others? How am I behaving? What are my actions saying? And seeing if they can kind of tune themselves up.
Yeah. Yeah, just becoming aware, right? Because once you start to think, "Oh yeah, I could think about my frequency more." Just be aware of it and then kind of be aware of when you do get down and like, "Wait a minute. Turn that frown upside down." That kind of cheesy stuff, but it works.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much, Nikki.
Thank you, Cammy. This is so fun.
It is. I love being with you on this channel. I really appreciate your help and your
I appreciate
encouragement.
yours, man. You're helping me out and it helps to have our group, but it helps to have each other too to do the daily. So,
It does. All
yeah.
right, everybody. Take good care.
Bye.
Bye.